Let's talk about what to order to support the reproductive system. Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Minke. This is Minke Wellness. And of course, when we talk about the reproductive system, we have two different sides. We've got the male and the female reproductive system. So I've chosen some things that I think will apply to both. Now, some of you might argue with me on that one, so you're going to have to make your own choice, but I have chosen supplements and an approach that is a fundamental, basic support for the reproductive system. And then, of course, within that, we've got a lot of Young Living products that can target some particular issues that might come up in the reproductive system. And we'll talk about those more as we go along in the month. But there is going to be this basic program. And I'm doing it in the same way that I've been doing it these months at the 4RYL Wellness 17 program. And that is, there is a 100 PV option, or somewhere close to 100 PV option on, so we can get our auto ship credits, and then our 300 PV option to get all the freebies and everything else. So I'm going to go over those quickly this morning, and then we'll go over a lot more options, like I said, during the month for different products. So some of you would be may be surprised at what I've chosen. And again, we have male reproductive system and female reproductive system. This program I'm describing is going to be for both, okay? Both genders are going to take this, and it's going to be good support for both. Now, this first product as a supplement, we have, as we also do, we've had a tendency to do in this program, we have a supplement and then a massage enhancement. So usually an essential oil blend that's good for enhancing the massage, and then we have a supplement or helping with, the emotional stress and the things like that. And then we also have a supplement or two that will support the system we're studying, in this case the reproductive system. So the first supplement as a capsule is PowerGize. And you might think, wait a minute, I think I know something about PowerGize, and it looks like it's all about testosterone. Well, herbs in general are not all about one thing or another, okay? And so if you look at the different herbs, and we'll talk more about this product when we get into the details, when you look at this product and look at each individual herb and look them up and research them in the context of not what they're currently popular for, but what they've been used herbally. Okay, so a lot of times, there's a fad, where one herb is fabulous for, they say, oh, this is going to be great for certain, testosterone support or something like that. And maybe there's some suggestion in the research that that's true. Most of that is more, sort of faddish kind of things, people doing what they want to do. But if you look at it from an herbal perspective and how herbalists use these products, you'll find that they're good for both men and women across the board, every one of them. And so the more I looked at this particular product, it also contains zinc, which is critical for both genders. And it's just a product that really fits the bill. So we're going to do PowerGize, and that's a it looks like $29.75. Can't read my wife's handwriting. And then we're going to do the SclarEssence Vitality. We're going to take that internally. And again, you're like, wait a minute, SclarEssence is a girl oil. No, there are no male or female herbs, okay? They're just herbs. And there are obviously some herbs that are going to be, sort of lean more toward usefulness toward, one gender or another, or one situation or another, but it's not an absolute thing. And so I really want you to experience what it's like to have a balance, with products, and this SclarEssence Vitality taken internally for those who may have, it is going to be a good balancer for those who do react strongly to the PowerGize, just in case there's a reaction in there in terms of the estrogen, sort of testosterone system. But most people's hormones are so low if you're a little bit older, and that's across the board low, and so, or out of balance and disrupted if you're younger. I mean, it's true for the older, but it's more of a disruption when you're younger, that both of these products are going to be very, very helpful at all ages. And so that's what we're focusing on for the supplement part, and we're going to add in mineral essence. We've got to get our trace minerals, and it's not something we've dealt with or included in any program so far. Now, the massage enhancement essential oil, so those are our 3 supplements. They're the PowerGize, SclarEssence Vitality, and Mineral Essence. And that gets us to about 65 or so. And then we have Sacred Mountain. Our Sacred Mountain has the spruce oil and ylang-ylang. Fabulous blend. Going to be very supportive for that part and you know, in bedroom activity, very supportive of the interests in that regard, because it has both of those, both spruce and ylang-ylang, and we get both sides of that equation too. Very awesome product. I think this is a great center lineup. And if you go through and support the system at a basic level, I think you're going to find that you will have a much clearer idea of where to tweak. Any system is going to need some tweaking, and the reproductive system in particular, because we have so many, especially for women, but men as well, we have so many different stages and ages where that happens. Sexual development, you know, happening through puberty. You have, you know, lots of stuff that you would want to deal with in puberty. Then you've got the you know, the fertility years, and then you have the not so fertility years, and you've got male and female on both of those. So lots of different issues to address. I think this lineup will help the basic across the board everyone. And then, like I said, we will add in specific products that are targeted for particular issues. Now, I want to add, and that's the 100 PV option. It comes to about 109. Now, when we go to the 300 PV option, we're going to add a few things, obviously. And one of the things we're going to add are some more essential oils, and this is going to be targeted more toward emotional balance, and those are the Valor and Sarah. Valor and Sarah, that adds another 60 or so PV. And then we have a choice when we get to a product here between the Mirage Shave Oil, which would be more geared for women just from the smell, and the Shutron Shave Cream, more geared for men. Absolutely not a requirement that you can't just use one or the other for both. I mean, there's nothing saying you can't use that women can't use the Shutron Shave Cream and that the men can't use the Mirage Shave Oil. I'm actually looking forward to trying the Mirage Shave Oil. Never actually used an oil to shave. It seems kind of interesting. Actually, if you want to know, I usually use the conditioner. I just use a little bit of conditioner, and that's very soothing and cooling to the skin as well. So we have our Valor and our Sarah and our shave oil, or some kind of shave cream or shave oil, because we want to continue working with natural skincare products, and you know, that's just going to be one of those that we didn't include and seems to fit with this topic. Now, the last items where we can talk about is I'm going to really strongly recommend we do a protein boost during this time, because it's so important for the sexual function, reproductive function in the body, that we get enough protein. And I think a lot of people are not getting enough protein. This is where those trace minerals, the mineral essence, and then the protein, and I think that's going to be fundamental support for the reproductive system. But you could argue that, and successfully, that the hormone support is what we need with something like the OmegaGize, but we've just done that. So you're coming off of OmegaGize from, so I'm counting a little bit on that you've been doing this program along the way, and you're coming off of some really nice support for the skin, which is with the OmegaGize product, and that's going to give you that support that you've needed to get the basic hormone infrastructure built up. And so, you know, we haven't talked about hormones. The endocrine system doesn't come till later, and there's good reasons for that. People are going to want to just jump straight to that and skip all the wellness stuff, and it doesn't work that way. You can't just goose up your endocrine system and add a few hormones from the outside and expect the body to work well. And so we really want to get extra protein. So I'm going to strongly recommend for the 300 PV option that you really hit hard the protein supplementation. And Young Living has 2 excellent protein supplements for this. It's the Pure Protein Complete, which does have some whey and albumin, so whey and egg protein. So it's not going to be your vegan option, but for those of us who don't mind animal protein, we want to get 2 2 bags of this and really boost up. Want to get 30 grams of extra protein per day throughout the month, and see what that does for you. Okay, see what that extra boost of very readily available amino acid support does for your system. And I think you're going to find for both genders that is very critical, and we're not getting enough good quality protein in our diet. We might be getting a protein, but we're not breaking it down enough. We're not getting it. And this really is an opportunity for your body to experience this really high quality protein that whooshes right in, and it gets right into the system, and it doesn't require a whole lot of heavy digesting to get that into the system, unlike meat and other protein sources you might be using. So I'm not saying this is the sole source of protein. This is a protein supplement. We're adding that in, and we're going to get 2 of those, and that rounds out our total PV option. When you include it with the 100 PV, you get it up to like 301 or something like that. Now recognize that the pure protein has a cost a little bit more dollars than the PV, so you're actually going to be a little bit over 300 at the dollar side. Now, if you're vegan, you can use the Sleek Shake option and get 2 of those. You're not going to get quite the protein for the money, but you get a different kind of product with more complete mineral profiles for weight loss and things like that. So if you're wanting to go that direction where you're going to actually combine this with a little bit of weight loss, which would be a fabulous way to get into and support the reproductive system in a lot of different ways, and we'll talk a little bit about that along the way, then this would be a good choice. Okay, so just to recap, we've got our 100 PV option with PowerGize, SclarEssence Vitality, Mineral Essence, and Sacred Mountain Essential Oil Blend. And then we've got our extra support for the 300 option, which is the Valor and Sara essential oils. Then the Pure Protein Complete or Sleek Shake, 2 of those. And then we're going to get either the Mara shave oil or the Shutron shave cream. Now, if any of these options don't work for you, or you're going for that extra 340 PV because of the free Valor, and you're ordering it this month in May, then you could just go and make sure that you have enough sulfurzyme. We always need to maintain our sulfurzyme, so watch for that. Look at your stash of sulfurzyme. Make sure you have enough to get through the month. It's going to still be one of the more important supplements in our wellness programs. You can see that we've done this the whole time. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. We've got a graphic that will help show that, and we'll try to keep this organized. And keep in mind, I know some of you are going to go, what? What about this? What about that? I use this. What about that? We will cover that during the month. The Young Living has a lot of really good products for a lot of different things. We're just getting a basic program that's going to apply to everyone. And I think if you give it a try, you're going to agree with me that this really is working to fundamentally support the reproductive system, whether you're a male or female. Okay? Happy wellness, one day at a time.